So before we go to questions, I just want to if we can expound on one thing real quick, this Microsoft situation.
Yeah.
Put it on Instagram and it got a lot of response. So I know you had spoke about it on your slide, but just wanted to talk about it. I think it's a broader conversation that we can have just on company stock buybacks, period. So yeah, Microsoft is planning on a $60 billion stock buyback that has been reported for actually several weeks now. So Troy, you want to talk about this a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about it. A lot of people like, well, why would they buy their stocks back? There's a couple of reasons. The first one being that they do it for consolidation. Number two, they do it for equity value increase. But what people should really be paying attention to is the increase on the dividend, right? Mm-hmm. That means that there's an accumulation of wealth that they have that they can say, you know what, our quarterly dividend is going to go up. And I believe Microsoft says that. This is incredible. The quarterly dividend is going to increase from 56 cents to 62 cents per share. And so when you talk about cash flow and equity in a company, the fact that they're going to increase their dividend when most people say, you know what, the news that comes out from companies is that they're suspending it or they're pushing it back or they're decreasing it, that tells you the amount of money that Microsoft has and sort of their valuation looking forward to the future. Ian, I'll let you go.
And wait till they announce their crypto project. Remember, for those of you that are in your 30s, remember like when they were putting monopoly charges on the Microsoft, they had a long period of 10 or 15 years where they really couldn't innovate. Now, great CEO, great stock, great infrastructure, great future, heavy war chest, good dividend. It's almost a perfect stock. And I would argue if they wouldn't have had those monopoly charges placed on them, they would probably be 3 times bigger than Apple if Ballmer wasn't CEO. So they are just picking up the steam from there. Like, so when I'm screaming to you guys, Apple and Microsoft, and you're like, hey, what about whatever? Is that company better than Microsoft? No. Gives a dividend, incredibly safe. Everybody put in chat, what is the annual drawdown of Microsoft? So if you bought at the top, how much is it going to drop? The drawdown is going to tell you everything that you need to know. And if you've been in it for a long time, since Ballmer's been out, you sleep like a baby holding that stock. They're buying it back because they know it's going to go to the moon, Saturn, Titan, and a couple other universes. So
you got your Titan reference in there.
So the buyback, we can never, say 100%, but the buyback is a positive sign for investors. Investors should be encouraged that the buyback is a positive sign, which over the course of time, we would expect Microsoft stock to go up.
Yeah, and we said this in December. I think the last market Mondays of 2020, we were like giving our one pick of what stock we think is going to be the one for 2021, and like undeniably,
this is stock of the decade.
Microsoft. Trust me, y'all.
Stock of the decade. Mike, Nikki, clip that up. Of the decade. Microsoft is what people want Tesla to be. Okay, y'all cannot listen. Next year, you're going to be in the same ARC boat. Listen to me. Of the decade.
So there you have it. So that is some of the reasons why companies will buy back stock. Usually if a company is going to buy back stock, especially stock that large of a buyback, is because they're bullish on the company. Mm-hmm. It is a positive sign for investors. And you should be encouraged if you're a Microsoft shareholder. Yes.